When I retired in 2005, Sherry and I decided that we wanted to travel extensively for at least the next 15 years. Since then, we've been to over 70 countries on all 7 continents and 9 of the world's 15 largest islands. We've flown in hot air balloons over the plains of Bigan in Myanmar and the Namib Desert in Namibia. We've flown helicopters all over the world. Here we are in the remote part of northwest Australia. There are float planes in Alaska and small planes like Cessna Caravans all over the world. We've flown in a restored DC-6B, the Spirit of Namibia, that once was owned by Marshal Tito of Yugoslavia. And there's the Black Pearl, TCS World Travels 757. On the water, we had some memorable rides too, starting with our Amazon riverboat in 2006, a traditional Phoenici in Indonesia. We cruised Alaska's Inside Passage in the Misty Fjord. Zodiacs are the boat of choice on excursions in polar regions and tropical islands. Longtail boats are the way to get around on Inle Lake in Myanmar. And there was a lot of sightseeing. On the canals of Amsterdam to the shores of Siberia's Lake Baikal, a traditional rebello took us up the Douro River in Portugal, and we cruised the coast of Oman in a dhow. Ground transport is always an adventure, from rickshaws in Delhi to a chauffeur-driven Rolls-Royce in Malta, and the back of a pickup truck in Réunion. We've been horseback riding in Montana, and on elephant safari in Nepal, and reindeer sledding in Sweden. When in Japan, the Shinkansen is the way to go. In the Balkans, there was a time when the rulers liked private trains. We tried out Marshal Tito's train in Serbia, and rode in the train of the last king of Bulgaria, Boris III. In Myanmar, we tried the Elephant Bus, a tricked-up World War II surplus bus. In Iceland, a monster truck took us off-roading. The ride of choice in Mongolia is an indestructible Russian-made 4x4 van. And speaking of Russia, the Moscow subway is spectacular. People often ask us, how do we decide where to go and what to see? When we started our odyssey, we decided that we wanted to see the unusual, the rare, and the endangered. We set our priorities to see and photograph animals first, then to visit the world's wild places, and lastly, to experience people and their cultures. In 1972, the United Nations Educational, Scientific, and Cultural Organization adopted a convention for the protection of the world cultural and natural heritage. As of July 2019, there were 1,121 World Heritage Sites bearing this logo. They're in 167 countries. 869 are cultural, 213 are natural, and 39 are both. This list is a good place to start for significant places to visit, and we've just gotten a good start on it. There's much more left to do. So I've divided up the best of presentation into 3 parts. First animals, then wild places, and finally people and cultures.